So, an introduction to the Admiralty digital light list. This is used by sh ships, mostly commercial vessels, and its main purpose is to show lights on certain areas where you go. Yeah. And then if you click here, if you are to pass this area, you make a right click and view from here, so you will see these lights. This is lights from ashore somewhere in Morocco. You can also see the moon, the azimuth and the altitude, and the sun as well. So the sun is there. This has two modes. Also, you can change the height of eye. Same height. I've set it to 0 meters, exactly above, exactly about sea level. So this one is to change date and time, used for sun and moon positions. So I've set it to manual on the 23rd of September 2019, 1200 UTC. So it's like placing the sun somewhere over here. If you see, the sun is up there. 89 degrees is more or less the maximum it can give. This program has only 89 degrees max, so but it's more or less close to 90 degrees, which implicates that it's directly above you. So if we froze the sun somewhere over here in Africa, and then the logic should be, if we were to click here, it should be around 90 degrees azimuth. We will check, yes. Yeah, it is exactly 90 degrees. And on the other side, here, the sun should be bearing 270. So that's it. But if you move further south, there's the big question. We are here in the western tip of Australia, and still the sun's azimuth is 270. It means it's almost sunset. It's +1 degrees altitude. And if you move further north, somewhere in the north of Russia, in Siberia, I think, this is 127 east. We will move to 118 degrees somewhere here. Yeah, this is 118 degrees longitude, and it still says 270 degrees and sunset. And also in the southern tip of South America, I think it's part of Argentina. So here we will check the bearing of the sun, and the sun is there, up. It is 0 degrees, azimuth is 92, check somewhere here, yeah, azimuth 091, it is 91 degrees. So if it's 91 degrees, the sun should be somewhere here and not here. So there's something wrong with this one. But this program is relied upon by seafarers. It must Must be, this must be correct. So. Let's see. It's close to 090. So we will set it to 62 degrees, which I think is the exact 90 degree. We will check this one, and there you go, 90 degrees sunset, sunrise. Somewhere in the north we will also find 62 degrees west, somewhere in the United States here. And the question is still, azimuth is 90 degrees and the altitude is 0, it means it's sunrise. Now I tried to check it, I tried to print this, and because I was intrigued by this one, because the sun should be here but it says 90 degrees, so I tried to replot some points, and the biggest thing I found was this one. This southern tip of South America moved over here, making it through to what he said there. The azimuth is 090, somewhere near 090, and this part of Buenos Aires here satisfies satisfies the bearings on this light list. We cannot say that there is something wrong with this light list because it has been used for decades already and it's very reliable. So there you go. All these points moved here, this one here, and this one here. This is somewhere in Portugal and Spain, moved here, moved to this side. Africa almost retained its shape and size, but South America moved sideways. And also in Asia, this part of the Philippines is has noticeably changed. This is some parts of south part. This is some part of this one is here, and this is close to Bataan here, and the Palawan is here. So that's a big question. And also I tried to refocus the sun and place it over here. I made it 00 UTC. So Philippines consistently is lying on its side still. Palawan is here. Southern part is here. Part of China is here. Here as well, tip of, I think it's Alaska, moved over here. And same with this one. This is part of, I think, California. It's moved a little bit here. This is Florida. It's somewhere over here now. The Panama Canal is moved over here. Has moved over here, Panama. And interestingly, this southern tip of South America has moved over here, and this one, Buenos Aires, is here. So that's the big question.
but and everything adds up. You see, this is the Gleason chart, and if you can observe, if the sun was placed over here, southern tip was here, 90 degrees angles, more or less. It's not really in perfect shape, but it's closer than it's closest. It is closest to the what I plot here on the paper. So it's up to you to decide.